Would you buy Bayonetta 4 if Viola is the main character? What if Bayonetta herself, the real one, wasn't in the game at all? And what about spin-offs? Or maybe Viola will try to resurrect pure Cereza? Or maybe Jean will? Or what if Bayonetta 4 just focuses on a pre-existing or completely unseen timeline with Bayonetta altogether? Wow, the fact that I'm able to ask all these questions and more is a testament to how open-ended and vague the ending of Bayonetta 3 was. I already made a video explaining what really happened in the ending sequence, since most of you missed a bunch of details that paints a much more optimistic picture than you thought. The link for that will be at the end of the video, but the biggest questions we need to answer today is, what exactly happened with Viola's final challenge to inherit the Bayonetta name, why it happened, and why she now lives in pure Cereza's timeline. Let's pick this apart one piece at a time. Viola's final lesson took place in Singularity's definition world that got destroyed at the end of the main story. After pure Cereza and Luca sunk down into hell, Viola was the only one left here, and at some point Rodin, who has the ability to travel the multiverse, seemed to pick her up and take her to pure Cereza's timeline. Now, it's unclear if this encounter with Dark Eve was right after she got stuck in the definition verse, or if Rodin brought her back later specifically for this test, at the request of pure Cereza down in hell. My bets are on the latter, as Viola starts the scene standing and seems to be over her parents' deaths at this point, probably because she's grown aware that the multiverse was mostly restored. Either way, once she beats Dark Eve, pure Cereza tells her that she's passed the final lesson and is ready to inherit the Bayonetta name. I guess this means Cereza believes Viola has grown enough as a witch to pull off some impressive feats like she could. Why does pure Cereza care so much though? After all, Viola isn't her daughter per se, even if she feels a connection to her in a similar way that her mother would. Matter of fact, with Viola's universe restored, that implies her actual mother Bayonetta was too. Well, I'll answer that in a bit. Later, we see Viola back in pure Cereza's timeline, as proven by the fact that there is no alternate verse title in the location marker. It has been fully restored, and everyone that died except pure Cereza and Luca have been revived, as further proven by Ed and Edna being alive. Viola is seen wearing pure Cereza's glasses. This signifies one more thing, that Viola is succeeding pure Cereza. And yeah, that's why she's in this timeline. Currently, this is the only timeline restored that doesn't have a Bayonetta, as pure Cereza died after Singularity perished. This is also why pure Cereza needed to test Viola and have Rodin send her back to this specific universe. Alongside the resurrected Jean, Viola can now work together to protect this world from further incoming threats. This was also likely communicated to Viola's real mother, Bayonetta, back in her homeverse by Rodin. I will say, it is kind of funny that pure Cereza's timeline went from having the strongest Bayonetta to now having the weakest Bayonetta. C'est la vie, I guess. Now, how do we know that the timelines got restored? How do we know that all the Bayonettas and Jeans got revived? What happened to pure Cereza and Luca after going to hell? All this and more is answered in my previous video, which I highly recommend you watch next. It's popping up on the screen right now, so enjoy. I've been johtojonny. Stick around the channel for more.